Agenda. Any changes? If not, make those known. If not, somebody give me a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the agenda. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Alexander,
Aye.
Commissioner Campbell,
Aye.
Commissioner DeBrava,
Aye.
Commissioner Ellis,
Aye.
Commissioner Hayes,
Aye.
Commissioner Hyder,
Aye.
Commissioner Mann.
Aye.
Guess I should have asked you to call the roll, but you just have, so we don't have to redo. Move to the approval of minutes. Minutes of the March 13th, 2023 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Anyone have any changes or a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes of March 13th, 2023.
I have a motion to approve the minutes. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Alexander,
Aye.
Commissioner Campbell,
Aye.
Commissioner DeBrava,
Aye.
Commissioner Ellis,
I have to abstain. I wasn't here.
Commissioner Hayes,
Aye.
Commissioner Hyder,
Either I or abstain because I wasn't here either.
Commissioner Mann.
Aye.
Do we have a quorum approving those?
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. Next item of business is the meeting procedures. I'll say that we have two public hearings tonight, both on an application for to vacate certain easements or property. So these meeting procedures will be applicable to both of those hearings. Please.
The Planning and Zoning Commission holds public hearings as required by law and provides recommendations to City Council on matters relating to land use, planning, zoning, and subdivision of land. Any person who has interest in the subject matter of a hearing will have the opportunity to provide testimony and present evidence to the Commission during the public hearing. Speakers are required to conduct themselves in an orderly and respectful manner. Disruptive behavior, including applause, yelling, speaking out of turn, or other inappropriate behaviors will not be tolerated. Additionally, the following applies to any person addressing the Commission. Speakers are limited to 5 minutes unless authorized additional time by chairperson. Speakers must speak at the podium. Speakers must legibly print their name and address on the sign-in sheet at the podium prior to speaking. Speakers must begin by stating their name and address, and speakers should speak clearly and into the microphone. The chairperson will announce the subject of the hearing, followed by a report from staff. The chairperson will then open the public hearing to the applicant, followed by those in favor of the application and those opposed to the application. The chairperson will close the public hearing. During this time, the commission will discuss amongst themselves. The public may not address the commission after the close of the public hearing unless requested by the chairperson. The Planning and Zoning Commission shall base their recommendation and/or decision on information and evidence presented during the public hearing. This decision, if required by the application, will be forwarded in writing to City Council for further consideration.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to call the first hearing, which is VACA 23-003, recommending the approval of an application to vacate the utility easements on the 156 Corner LLC property located at 2673 East Sawyer Road. Chris, will you give the staff report, please?
I think we're doing I think we may have the wrong one first.
Uh-oh.
Just double check that real quick. I could be wrong. Oh. I have a mistake on the agenda as to the owner of the property.
Does that mean that the numbers are flipped?
No, that means I got a mistake on the owner for the agenda of the owner of the property.
I think just making note of it and then it'll be fine just for correction.
What is correct?
The City of Republic owns this property.
Yeah, the
You're
statement I made didn't say anything about owners, so.
It did list the
Oh,
156, and that's the ownership of the property that's next door. It's a mistake on my part.
Okay.
So this would be recommending the approval of an application to vacate utility easements on City of Republic-owned. Of City of Republic-owned property.
Oh, I see.
So I'll start by just kind of showing you these, this map up here. If you guys look, these two easements are closely related. And so we'll go over them separately, but they do, I just wanted you to see the whole picture as how they run together. And I'll go ahead and continue with the first one, which is the larger of the two easements, and it's the eastern one. You can see it's labeled VACA 23-003. The Builds Department is requesting the vacation of approximately 8,443.73 square feet of utility easements at the 3000 block of East Sawyer Road. The Builds Department is requesting the vacation because it is in the process of decommissioning the Brookline South lift station and removing sewer main located within the easement. A new lift station is being constructed to the west side of the Hankins subdivision, which is the subdivision just to the left that kind of surrounds this greater piece of property. The move increases the coverage area of the wastewater system and enhances system capacity. It has been determined that the holding of these easements is no longer necessary. The following contains a brief analysis of present site conditions as well as the proposal's relationship to adopted plans of the city. As regards transportation, the proposal has no anticipated adverse impact on the city's transportation system. As regards land use, the proposal has positive development impact to the subject property and to adjacent properties. As regards municipal utilities, the proposal has no anticipated adverse impact on the city's water, wastewater, or stormwater systems currently in place. Other public services, the proposal is not anticipated to have any impact on any other public services. And as regards emergency services, the proposal has no anticipated impact on emergency services. The Builds Department does recommend approval of the requested utility easement vacation.
Thank you, Chris. Is there anyone, I mean, that is certainly the applicant's position, correct?
Yes.
All right. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak in favor of this application? Not seeing anyone come forward. Is there anyone that wishes to speak is opposed to this application? Nobody rushing to the dais here, so we will close this hearing and talk about the case at this point.
I just want to clarify, the only place that says the property owner's name is on the agenda. In the report, it does not, correct? Is the way I understand it.
That's correct.
Okay.
And only where it says 156 Corner LLC property, which should say owned by the city.
Correct,
City
yes. Okay.
property.
Yes.
Right.
Do you want? Should we vote like to correct the agenda?
Yeah, when we get ready to
Okay.
make a motion on it, we'll make sure that's correct. Anybody have any statements, pro or con, questions? I hear a motion.
Motion to approve?
Okay. I have a motion to approve an application to vacate utility easements on the 156 Corner LLC property owned by the city located at 2673 East Sawyer Road. All right, do I hear a second?
Second.
Is that a satisfactory motion for the city?
Did you state the address is 26? Can you state it as 3000 block of East Sawyer Road?
Oh. I can.
Thank you.
I sure can. Let's so amend. The motion is to recommend the approval of an application to vacate utility easements on the 156 Corner LLC on the 156 corner LLC property owned by the city located in the 3000 block of East Sawyer Road.
I'm sorry. It's not, 156 is the owner of a different property. It's not, so it's the City of Republic property.
I'll try one more time.
I'm really sorry.
I have an I have a motion recommending the approval of an application to vacate utility easement on property located at, city property located at 3000 East Sawyer Road. Third time.
And I'll second that.
Do I hear a second? Do I hear a second?
He did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Alexander,
Aye.
Commissioner Campbell,
Aye.
Commissioner DeBrava,
Aye.
Commissioner Ellis,
Aye.
Commissioner Ace,
Aye.
Commissioner Eider,
Aye.
Commissioner Mann.
Aye.
Thank you. Let's move to the second hearing, VACA 23-004. Before I read anything further, are there any changes in this in this, or is it correct?
Now I'm going to double check, but
Please.
it's correct.
All right.
It's correct.
The hearing is recommending the approval of an application to vacate utility easements on the Republic 63 LLC property located at the 3000 block of East Sawyer Road.
So this is the second part of the same, as far as the map regards it, the same visibility of the vacation as it extends onto another piece of property. So we do two separate vacations for this, as there are two owners. So the part we're talking about at this point is in the upper left corner, so the northwest corner of that, where it says VACA 23-004. That smaller portion there. So the Builds Department is requesting the vacation of approximately 537.22 square feet of utility easement at the 3000 block of East Sawyer Road. This land is owned by the Republic 63 LLC. The city is in the process of adjusting and improvement the sewer infrastructure within the greater subdivision, including moving a lift station. The move is part of a connected project which will see Brookline South Lift Station relocated to the west on the Hankins PDD project to increase the coverage area of the wastewater system while upgrading the lift station from its previous configuration. It has been determined that the holding of this easement is no longer necessary. Once vacated, the easements will return to the associated rights of the property owner, Republic 63 LLC. The following contains brief analysis of present site conditions as well as the proposal's relationship with the adopted plans of the city. As regards transportation, the proposal has no anticipated adverse impact on the city's transportation system. As regards land use, the proposal has positive development impact to the subject property and to adjacent properties. As regards municipal utilities, the proposal has no anticipated adverse impact on the city's water, wastewater, or stormwater systems currently in place. As regards other public services, the proposal is not anticipated to have any impact on any other public services. And as regards emergency services, the proposal has no anticipated impact on emergency services. Staff recommends approval of the requested utility easement vacation.
Is the city the applicant here? Republic
the city-
63?
No, the city is presenting on behalf of the applicant, which is the Republic 63 LLC.
Okay, fine. Is there anyone else here that is in favor of the recommendation to approve the application who wishes to speak? Seeing no one, is there anyone who's opposed to the application that wishes to speak? Just can't entice anybody to come up. close the hearing. We'll discuss. Questions? Motions?
Motion to vote on recommending the approval of vacation 23-004.
I'll second that.
I have a motion recommending the approval of an application to vacate utility easements on the Republic 63 LLC property located in the 3000 block of East Sawyer Road. I have a second. Call the roll.
Commissioner Mann,
Aye.
Commissioner Hyder,
Aye.
Commissioner Hayes,
Aye.
Commissioner Ellis,
Aye.
Commissioner DeBrava,
Aye.
Commissioner Campbell,
Aye.
Commissioner Alexander.
Aye.
Okay, next item of business is a Sub D pre-23-2001 possible vote to recommend the approval of a preliminary plat for Oakwood Heights Second Edition, a subdivision consisting of approximately 2.97 acres located at 602 North Oakwood Avenue. Chris?
Little Apple LLC has requested review and approval of a preliminary plat of approximately 2.24 acres of actual developed property. Oakwood Heights, Second Edition, consisting of 3 residential lots zoned multifamily residential, streets, and infrastructure. Preliminary plats are reviewed with their conformance with the following review criteria to ensure the development in the proposed location. 1, will not endanger the public health or safety. 2, will not injure the value of adjoining property or abutting property. 3, will be in conformity with the comprehensive plan, transportation plan, zoning code, water system master plan, wastewater system facility plan, or other plans officially adopted by the City Council. And 4, will be in harmony with the area in which it is located. Preliminary plats are reviewed by the city planner and the city engineer in conformance with the requirements of Chapter 410 of the Republic's Municipal Code, the comprehensive plan, and all applicable city-adopted codes and regulations. Property subject to this preliminary plat application is comprised of approximately 2.24 acres of land located at 602 North Oakwood Avenue. The property is zoned appropriately for the proposed plat, multifamily residential R3. The following paragraphs contain brief analysis of the application's conformity with the preliminary plat review criteria identified above. In regards consistency with the comprehensive plan, the reference preliminary plat contains 3 lots, each with a minimum lot size of 2,500 square feet. The preliminary plat also consists of streets, sidewalks, and open space. As regards the transportation plan, the plat proposes the continuation of North Williams Avenue southward to end with a cul-de-sac. This constructed street would be dedicated to the city during the final platting process. No traffic impact study was required in connection with this project due to the improvements previously completed by the city to nearby affected streets. As regards water and wastewater master planning, the reference parcel is not currently connected to municipal utilities. Development of the property will require connection to the city's water and sanitary sewer systems. The development will be served through a looped water main system with connections coming south along the east side of Williams Avenue and the north side of Hines Street. The sanitary sewer system will flow through the Schuler Creek Lift Station before traveling to the wastewater treatment facility. The water and sewer system currently have the capacity to serve the potential development. As regards the zoning code, the preliminary plat of the preliminary plat of Oakwood Heights has been platted for construction of 3 multifamily residential lots and associated infrastructure, including public streets and sidewalks, public water and sanitary sewer mains, and stormwater conveyance. The subject parcel does not contain a special flood hazard area. The subject parcel does not contain any identified sinkholes. The preliminary plat indicates utilizing the existing stormwater detention areas in Oakwood Heights subdivision to the north and the New Vista subdivision to the east. The detention area in New Vista was originally sized to accommodate some of the multifamily residential development on the subject parcel, while the detention area in Oakwood Heights is projected to have capacity to serve the remaining area. The stormwater detention and all open space and common area will be maintained by a homeowners association. The design of the streets, sidewalks, water, and sanitary sewer systems and stormwater detention will be reviewed and permitted during the infrastructure permitting process. Staff considers the proposed preliminary plat in general conformity with the requirements for preliminary plats and is recommending approval of this application.
Okay, it's up to us to discuss. Anybody have questions about this proposal? I'm assuming the fire department has put its stamp of approval on the cul-de-sac.
So whenever we go through a review of a preliminary plat, we do include the fire department. In this particular case, as you'll note, this is kind of what they call a knuckle, where it goes off a little bit and is not necessarily a full a full cul-de-sac. So fire has requested that the radius is large enough for the truck to make the turn, but we will require red striping to indicate no parking along that cul-de-sac so that they can make the turn at any point of the day.
Any other questions from anybody? Motions?
Motion to vote on the recommended approval of subdivision pre 23-001.
I have a recommendation for approval of the preliminary plat for Oakwood Heights Second Edition, a subdivision consisting of approximately, and you said earlier, a smaller amount than this.
I'll go ahead and address that real quick. I apologize, we're in the middle of a motion.
That's all right.
If you'll see, there is a vacation that happened that has affected the later total area of this. And so due to the way the order of these things, we have to do publication or we have to do announcement of this and take that in earlier. So sometimes the information that we get at the beginning as to the square footage did not in this case include the eventual vacation of Turner Avenue. So that later number is the correct acreage. The earlier one includes that vacated area.
The 290.97 is the correct amount? 2.24.
One was correct prior to the vacation, the larger one. Once we vacated it, the 2.24 is now
Okay.
the correct one.
And term of art here, do we have to even mention the acres? Okay. So we have, I'm going to start again. We have a motion to recommend the approval of the preliminary plat for Oakwood Heights Second Edition, located at 602 North Oakwood Avenue. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Call the roll.
Commissioner DeBrava,
Aye.
Commissioner Campbell,
Aye.
Commissioner Alexander,
Aye.
Commissioner Mann,
Aye.
Commissioner Hyder,
Aye.
Commissioner Hayes,
Aye.
Commissioner Ellis.
Aye. Thank you. The next item of business is citizen participation. We welcome anyone that wants to get up and tell us what for or not. Thank you. Thank you for being here, both of you. Come on up to tell us who you are. There's all kinds of criteria here. You have to tell us who you are.
I'm John Pennywell. I live at 102 Island Green Drive, Republic, Missouri. And just like to say, it's a challenging job that you guys have in front of you with all the growth here. And, it's, I think, important. We haven't really been involved in any of this kind of thing before, so we're just sort of sticking our nose in and trying to learn what's going on. And really appreciate all your effort.
We like visitors. We like commenters too, so
Thank you very much.
thank you for coming. Builds department updates.
I will make a brief announcement that the Buildings Department has moved into their new offices at 4221 South Wilsons Creek Boulevard. If you do, so we have vacated the 204 building. If you do come and visit us, all the phone numbers are the same, but if you do come by, please go to the new building. It's a really nice facility, and we're really glad to be there.
Thank you, Chris. Anything else on that? Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Oh, come on.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to
Somebody's got to
adjourn.
want to adjourn. They're having so much fun. Thank you. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Call the roll, please. Oh, sorry about that. This happened one time.
Commissioner Mann,
Aye.
Commissioner Hyder,
Aye.
Commissioner Hayes, Commissioner Ellis,
Aye.
Commissioner DeBrava,
Aye.
Commissioner Campbell,
Aye.
Commissioner Alexander.
Aye.
Thank you all. Fill out your sheets. Oh,